Jones Homes, creators of beautiful new homes, are proud sponsors of Blues TV and Macclesfield Rugby Club.
Pre-season's been good. It's been bloody hard for the boys, but that's what pre-season's all about. We've changed up the way that we do things to be a little bit more scientific, so they're not just running. There's actually been some method in the madness. Everybody seems to have responded to that pretty well. We've been fortunate enough that we've had Dale Reid with us from Leeds University. He's come in and done some GPS work on the players, which has been a real insight for both us as coaching staff, but also for the players in terms of what their actual output is during games, and that's helped to shape some of the conditioning work that we've done. But very pleased, and a good pre-season programme in terms of our fixtures as well. A little bit disappointed with the result last weekend, but we still learned a huge amount, and it was a tough game, tough physical game, which is what we needed just to finish off things before the league starts this coming weekend. In terms of recruitment, there's a number of new faces. Inevitably I'll miss somebody out, but so we've got Dom Sherritt's who's been promoted from internally from the second team. He's going to be involved with the first team squad this year at Hooker. We've brought in Ollie Parkinson and Matt Jackson into the second row. We've got Josh Redfern, Niall Davidson and Liam Parfitt who've joined us to go into the back row. We've got Nick Alsop who's joining us at 9. We've also got Max Smith, who's been promoted internally after showing pretty well towards the back end of last season. He plays in the centre. Ollie Futrell's come back to us, having had a season at Wharfdale. And we've also got Lewis Winterbottom, that he's also a centre. He's come from Leicester Tigers. In the back three, we're joined by Miles Hall from Stockport, who showed very well in pre-season. Matt Van Sertima as well. We're hoping that Sam Parry, who is our Spanish international, he's going to be involved with the first team as well.
Yeah, I'm relishing the challenge to be honest. Had a season out last year, so I'm just looking forward to it.
Yeah, very happy, very excited for the new season.
Well, yeah, it should be quite tough. I think it's interesting to see some of the old faces from places I've played before, and it's nice to see them and see what happens at National One.
Yeah, a club that I've been looking at for a few years, but unfortunately I got my chance to go to Rotherham. The chance couldn't turn down, but when they released me, I thought I was coming back to Macclesfield and hopefully keeping them in National One. I want to try and prove everyone wrong that they can compete at this level.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really excited to sign here, as I've worked with Giles before when I was playing for Cheshire under 20s, so I know how he likes to work and run the team, so I'm really excited and looking forward to it.
Always have to have competition anywhere, like how it pushes you, drives you to play. So.
Yeah, massively. I mean, Parky's a great player, went away with the England Counties, and they've brought Niall obviously over from Coldie. Obviously I've got a bit of experience. Me and Parky are a bit different. Parky's more of a ball playing 8, whereas I'm more of a route 1. So that'll hopefully keep me up there, and obviously I can cover second row as well in 6, which sort of thing that will hopefully get me in the team.
Yeah. Competition's always healthy. I think it's good learning from players that have played here for a couple of seasons or more, see what they do, learn from them, but then impart your own skills and your own ambitions onto it as well.
Yeah, from previous, when I was in National 2 at Coldie, I think there's a big difference between that 2 and that 1. Especially like the physicality and skill level. But I find it a lot more challenging playing at National 1, and that's what I like to do, challenge myself. And I think if you're able to challenge yourself more, it makes you a better player. As you learn a lot more things playing with better players throughout. So I'm looking forward to playing in that 1 again.
Yeah, I think so. We had a tough time when I was here last, but I think we've got more of a deeper squad, so I think we'll do a real good go this year.
Yeah, hopefully, bring the experience from there. Hopefully improve as well.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, Giles has got a cracking philosophy, the same, because he's coached at a higher level. I really don't have to answer that question.
Yeah, absolutely. I've just graduated from uni, so I've come back to Macclesfield, and like I say, I've got a good relationship with Giles, and I work well with him. He's a great coach.
Well, yeah, definitely. I think it's important for wingers to play off some confidence, and then just see what happens, and it's sort of mind games on the wing anyway.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a great opportunity to come in and hopefully try and fill his boots, as I know he did really well when he was at Mac. So fingers crossed I'll be able to deliver and do well.
Once that team manager, I do all the boring admin jobs that need to be done, including registration of players, checking contracts and stuff like that. And then obviously all the other logistical stuff like organising the transport and item tonics and kit and all that kind of stuff.
So you're the definition of the man who's first in, last out?
Most of the time, yes, yeah. Obviously I've got help from all the other guys in the coaching and management team, the likes of Jonathan, CJ and people like that, and Marshall, with various other things. Obviously the likes of Matt, yourself, with other things that you're doing.
Oh, having a team manager makes a huge difference because it takes a lot of the pressure off me in terms of logistics and kit and that sort of thing. I've known Howard for a long time, having worked with the England Counties programme with him and all stuff as well. He's a great lad. He knows what it takes to get things running smoothly behind the scenes, and he's also a very, very good sounding board for me as well about things off the field. He's invaluable.
I think most of our guys are fairly straightforward. The biggest problem we've had recently is short sizes. People thinking they're smaller than what they actually, larger than what they actually put down. But that's been sorted out hopefully. So that's been one of the things we've dealt with recently.
He's, like I say, he's a sounding board for a lot. He offers advice. He's got great rugby knowledge, so he helps with some of the decisions that we have to make. But really, his main focus is the off-field stuff, which actually is. It allows what goes on the field to happen seamlessly, and without that, you wouldn't have shirts every week, you wouldn't have Lucozade and that sort of thing. And whilst that might sound really small, it's the little things that make the difference.
You've got to be a sort of a jack of all trades, even from say sorting kit out to sending emails to the far side of the world to get players registered and that kind of thing. It's just the ability to sort of self-manage yourself in your time to make sure everything gets done as it should be.
Yeah, no, that was great. When you're turning up in a game, you know that everything's going to be sorted for you. It just makes things a lot easier and just takes that stress out of it. So yeah, he's a good influence, and he brings some sweets as well for the bench guys, so can't complain.
So how important is he to that squad that one of the calls that's made this team turn this season?
Oh, huge, absolutely huge. You know, he gets us to places on time, and without him, we'd have floundered.
I think it's just interaction with the lads. It's great to be part of a happy squad. I mean, we weren't unhappy last season. Obviously, we didn't have our best season last season, but certainly the guys this year, they've sort of hit the ground running. Everybody seems to be very sort of tied into what we're trying to do. Everybody's doing their job, which is something we try and bang on all the time. That do your job, and it's coming together nicely.
Yeah, basically my role is to implement a means of recording the criteria that Giles and the coaches have determined to rate our performance as a team and in individuals and in positions. So we look at certain things that as a team that we are doing well in terms of implementing our tactics such as ruck speed, and we're also looking at things such as work rate in certain player positions to determine selection and possibly training, And all in all, it determines player feedback as a team, and things to work on in training, basically.
I'd like to think so. You'd have to ask them. We, as a coaching team, we certainly do. It makes a huge difference to us. And the best thing is that you can drop them a text at midnight and ask for something, and he'll be with you by 8 o'clock the next morning. You know, he's just tireless at what he does.
So as a head coach, you then, again, is he another crucial part of your team?
Little things make all the difference. And that's allowed us to just really be, like I said, a little more professional.
Yeah, I think it's been a bit of a learning curve for myself, including some of the boys. But yeah, it's great input, and just having that little, I think in certain games it's given us the edge. You know, to have a look at some of the referees, what they was up for, what was mixed with previous games, looking at centimetres before games. It's just those little details that I think can just set us apart, I think.
Yeah, well, Giles and CJ and Marshy are really good coaches to be an analyst for. They're really interested. They're very much the new breed of coach who wants to use analysis, video, statistics. You want to know what, for example, Marshy likes to know what our set piece success rate is, what our front row combination is best in terms of statistics, things like that. CJ likes to look at the defensive stuff, what our collision dominance in defence is, how quick things happen, so we can arrange training sessions, like how quick we've got to be from place to place in defence. And Giles is very much into in attack things, how quickly we're doing things, how many people we're putting into certain positions, things like that, and it's really enjoyable to be part of. Yeah, it's good to have people pushing you all the time to ask more questions, coming up with new things for you to look at and investigate and feedback on. It's really good, and it helps my development as much as the development of the team and the players.
I think being able to, it just gives you tangible evidence for some of the decisions that you have to make. It allows you to game plan effectively. It allows you to preview an opponent, but it also means that you can help plan your sessions on a Tuesday and Thursday night, because you're not just looking at video, you're looking at hard data, and there's no hiding place with that. It's important that we use it in context, and Matt's very good at applying the right information at the right time.
It's a lot of work. I don't think a lot of the players, fans and people, even in the boardroom, understand how much work it is, but we sort of doing a lot of the silent work that nobody hears about. But the coaches are very appreciative of, and they work pretty hard, prepping for the upcoming games, reviewing the last game, coming up with stuff that they want you to look at, producing team stats and player stats, just all round. There's a lot of work, a lot of hours in it, and you certainly go on doing it. You have to have no life or be mad to do this role, and I think I'm a bit of both.
Goodness me. I think we're, without wanting to sound cliched, we are looking to just go one game at a time. We want to try and win every game every week. That's the target. I think if we start setting ourselves anything bigger than that, then you can tend to come unstuck, and people say, well, you didn't achieve whatever it might be. Last year we set ourselves a target of winning the league, but if we hadn't have achieved that, people would have said the season would have been a disappointment. And I think if you go into a league season saying, oh well, it's about survival, then you tend to come unstuck fairly quickly as well. So for us, as a management team, as a playing group, it's just about winning every week. That's what we're interested in, and making sure we put in a performance that everybody's proud of. It's a tough league, but that's why you want to be in it, and we're looking forward to it.
Jones Homes, creators of beautiful new homes, are proud sponsors of Blues TV and Macclesfield Rugby Club.